All right, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman.
Here.
Mr. Mattern.
Here.
Dr. Scarpone.
Present.
Fiscal Officer Ms. Martin. Present. Solicitor Mr. Lynn.
Present.
Mayor Mike Petrello.
Present.
Commissioner Mr. Kasegi.
Present.
Mr. Stefano.
Here.
Mr. Spence. Absent. Mrs. Dameron.
Here.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, we would need approval for our special council meeting, March 11th, 2025.
Motion to approve those minutes? Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. Stefano.
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron.
Abstain.
We would need a motion to approve the minutes from our last council meeting, April 3rd, 2025.
Motion to approve those minutes? Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Abstain.
Mr. Stefano. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
All right, thank you, council. Is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? All right, turn it over to Solicitor Lynn here for our resolution.
Ordinance number 2025-10. A resolution authorizing participation in the ODOT salt contracts awarded in 2025.
You have to get this through as an emergency?
Yes.
Motion to suspend the rules?
We need a second.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. Stefano.
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to approve, go ahead, Jake.
All right, go ahead, yeah. I guess we need a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-10.
Motion to approve ordinance 2025-10? Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. Stefano.
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
All right, that's it for our ordinances and resolutions. On to our announcements. The Steel Valley Antique Car Club will have a car show May 18th. That'll be at Indian Creek High School from 2 to 6. Village of Wintersville Summer Parks program will start June 23rd and run through August 1st. It's Monday through Friday at Walnut Park, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., ages 5 through 13. Anyone under the age of 5 must be accompanied by a parent. You can register here at the building or that day at the park. 2025 bulk pickup for garbage will be the first 4 Mondays in June. That's June 2nd, June 9th, June 16th, and June 23rd. That is all the announcements we have on the reports and communications. Mr. Laukert.
Good evening, Council. Robert Laukert, your representative. I'll talk tonight with regard to my attendance to the BHJ Technical Advisory Committee meeting on Wednesday the 16th. Overall, there were several issues with regard to resolutions that passed in Bath. The most important for this general area is news with regard to the new bridge, even though information was put in the news recently. The representative from the state of West Virginia could not provide any updated information regarding the status of the new bridge or the replacement, tearing down or whatever of the old bridge. So that's all I can tell you about the new bridge. All right, now, potential. The only thing is they have a time frame. At an expenditure of $87 million, they must adhere to expending that, or they're going to lose it all. So I don't know what will happen in the future, but hopefully the darn thing will get done. The only information I have is with regard to some of the construction activities that are pending. Hold on a minute. connection with several of the projects that are pending in the area with regard to ODOT, some major construction doesn't apply to us, but State Route 43 and County Road 43, they're widening that access of all County Road 43 to State 43. I think make it wider turning lanes. I think it's based upon the truck use of that road while traveling out to the Mart Center, Walmart location. There was information in there, and I don't know if the administrator is aware of it, but pending is a sidewalk repair in Wintersville. You're aware of that? Mm-hmm. And that's pending with regard to ODOT, and fairly recently. To what extent, it was not explained what sidewalks, what area is going to be.
It was approved through BHJ. They took on the project. It's going to be at the intersection of Caddis Road by Dunkin' Donuts all the way through to the corporation limit sign of past Park Drive. So all the intersections are going to be ADA compliant. They're going to replace sections of sidewalk that are bad. It's a $440,000 project, and we're paying $40,000. It's a 90-10 match. So myself and John McDivitt went out last year, started with everything, and then BHJ took that project on through ODOT through their TAP program. So it's ready to go.
Yes. Other than several other projects that are pending that are not applicable to Wintersville, I'm not going to get into that. I'll just jump into Steel Valley meeting. I went to that meeting tonight. Main thing is financially, Steel Valley's doing very well. There's no problems there. The only issue right now, the last month, their ridership has really decreased overall between each one of the areas of Mingo, Wintersville, Raylan, even the mall traffic going out to the mall. That's decreased. What reason behind that? Tim Turner, the manager, could not give a reason at this time, but whether, whatever the case may be the reason for that situation right now. Overall, Wintersville was down about 8% as opposed to the previous time last year, that month. With regard to I think I brought this before, Adams Street location. It's an empty lot right now. It's in the process of ODOT evaluating the report received by our consultant concerning the need that the consultant had with regard to recommendations by ODOT is do some drilling with regard to possible location of underground wells in the area and that. Other than that, that site, once that's been taken care of, there'll be a proposal as to what we'll do with this thing in the future. The buses that have been ordered, 5 brand new ones, that's in the process of being developed. And we'll get those this year. And also will be a new program where they're going to have electronic fare boxes in each one of the new buses. And basically it'll benefit Steel Valley because the manual collection facility right now doesn't correspond to the money coming in. Sometimes it's a crowd of people who get on the bus and the driver can't maintain control of everything going on at the time. So the new electronic fare boxes will be a benefit financially to Steel Valley. That'll be installed in the old buses and the new. There's going to be a new updated bus washing system that will be implemented this year, and the buses will be cleaned by employees at the location. And a tremendous savings compared to a $200,000 figure that they had received from two bids or without. So we canceled all those out and went with this system that is utilized by Jefferson County. So other than that, there's not much more. I mean, to get into bus service is doing well overall. So I don't think there's much more I could give to you at time other than the ridership is down for a period of time. I mentioned that before. The expenses are still are decreased from last year at this time. I think based upon improved management and better cooperation with the union people. They're a very hard-working bunch of people, both the mechanic side and the bus driver side. Generally speaking, to get along fairly well, even though they're unionized. But it's a good system, and I think it's a real benefit to our community here, and whatever support we can give to that system is, I think, be a benefit to the community, overall. Can't beat the price. Anything?
Thank you.
Well, thanks for all your information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Laukert. All right, Charlene messaged me. She could not be here tonight. We will move on to the mayor's report. I don't have much tonight. Council, I did want to give you a quick update, and these are rough numbers, not 100% accurate. But when we were talking about the marijuana tax that we should be getting, but we are not yet, hopefully get. So roughly, if one dispensary, that we found this out today, their sales in March were 2.2 million. So we're gonna guess that the other one, we'll just say it was $1 million. So we're gonna use whole numbers here. So we'll say 3 million. So 3 million on gross sales of 10% tax would be 300,000. Take 36% of that, comes to 108,000 that the village would have got in the month of March alone. It would be basically 1.3 million we would get in a year if we were getting that tax. So just to give you guys some rough numbers that I was able to find out today. So again, I'll keep you all updated. There's multiple bills at the House and Senate levels of them changing the law, but nothing's really been officially passed yet. But that is all I have for my report. We will turn it over to Jesse for the administrator report.
All right, thank you, Mayor. A couple things real quick. So the fire school water line, I did some quick calculations. I spoke with First National Bank last week regarding this $88,000 engineer's projected cost for this water line. So if we went with the EPA, which is, okay, that's a 20-year loan at 2.1%, 2.14%. So after 20 years that we have to pay it, we can't pay off early, we would have paid back $125,776. If we went with First National Bank, we have a government rate of 4.88%, and that might go down a little bit. So if we have an 18-month loan, it's $57.99 a month. The interest we would pay would be only $4,382. So if we go a 3-year loan, it's $26.32. Interest is $67.77. 5-year loan, I made a mistake on that. It's $1,663. It's supposed to be a month at $11,350. Now, $88,000 we could pay off well more than 3 years, but that's just projected. And then if we pay it off early, we're not going to get dinged or penalized. If you do that for the EPA, even though if you have that money set aside to pay it off, you can't pay it off because you'll get dinged pretty hard. So I talked to them. I told them I'd take it to council. We could utilize, this will utilize our, we don't have to use our capital outlay. Or, you know, if we have 100,000 capital outlay, which we do, we're not going to use it now, deplete it, and we still have the rest of the year to go to. And we're going to control our debt. With 88, to just say it's 80,000 or 90,000, we can pay that off fairly quick. So the big thing is you're not depleting your capital outlay. You're not getting into your general fund. You're not going overboard. This is something we can control, and they know what our expenditures are because we bank with them. So I talked with Sherry at the main bank and the district manager from the area out of Pittsburgh. So I told him I would have an answer after the council meeting on that, and then we could move on. And I told Quicksall as well. And if we do go with the bank, it's not going to. The EPA is not going to care. It's just something that we got nominated for. So we can discuss that after my report. We could talk about that. The roof replacement is going to be starting here probably in a couple weeks. They did give me another estimate. The roof on the outer edge at the front of the building needs replaced. That's the last piece. I didn't know. We didn't know that. He's going to send me an estimate on that. That is at the end of its life. But as of right now, we're going to get this second stage of this roof done. So Calc Roof will do that. Since they did the first one, we have a maintenance agreement with them where they come by 4 times a year, go up and inspect it, fix little tears. It's covered. And you can't beat that. Monday. Crack sealing will start. Main Street is where we're going to be starting at. We'll get that done, and then we'll move on. Tomorrow, garbage is going to be regular pickup. It's regular route tomorrow. I just wanted to announce that. Another thing, we had we're getting ready to open up the public bathrooms, and we had some plumbing issues from the cold winter snap we had. So Mr. Plummer, I contacted him. He worked on last year. He's going to come by and fix that stuff for us. And we got some of our guys fixing the little things as well. John McDivitt, he informed us that he's going to be moving to Florida next month. So he's going to be leaving, I think, on the 16th. So I asked him today how long he's officially been here, off and on, doing projects. He's been here since 1985. So he's still he's probably one of the oldest engineers in the state of Ohio that's fully certified as an engineer and surveyor. He's 86 years old and still comes out and helps me. He helped with that sidewalk project last year and a couple other things. So, yeah. Let's see. That's all I have. But if you guys, any questions about the water line, for me to move forward on that, I'll answer.
I got one question. So why is it so expensive, $88,000 to put a water line?
Well, you got to engineer it.
Okay.
You have to have engineer, construction engineer, all the bids, all the paperwork. And then the cost of the product, handling of the product, and then the company labor doing it.
So that's like the left-hand side going back to that where it's on fire and it's not on fire. That setup right there.
Yes, correct? Yes, and it'll be from Luray Drive. So when you go into the first side of, if you go into the first part of the fire department, not the second part, but the first part where the office is, it's going to go about 400 feet of line. And then you're going to have a fire hydrant, and that's basically it. And it's just going to be a different setup because of the fire school, since it's accredited, so they'll have their own hydrant. And then we'll monitor their water, whenever they have school and training and stuff like that through a metered system.
So do you need a decision on, or a motion on which term we're looking at?
Yes, if you want to go with the EPA or we want to go with the bank, which
I was just going to say the bank 3-year loan looks to be our best
and we'll
option.
pay that off well before 3 years. But interest in the long haul, you're still well under 100,000 versus 125,000 for 20 years, and even if you have the money, you just can't pay it off. And something small like this, we can do, and we can utilize the bank and control our debt that way.
We were going to schedule a finance meeting and discuss it then, or you just want to do this now?
It has to be done
Today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm for the 3-year loan. If you look at the payment, it's $2,632 a month with a $6,777 interest. So your interest is only $2,000 more, and you extended it, almost another year.
And I talked to Melanie, and she's like, we can appropriate, so we'll appropriate a third for the rest of this year, a third for the second year, and a third for the third year. And then as we go through our debt and stuff, we can look and say, hey, we can pay this off, and finance will know as we go. It's kind of a no-brainer on that part, but yes.
I think it's a no-brainer, too. I put forth the motion to go forward with the First National Bank loan.
Second.
Mr. Berryman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Thank you, council. Anything else for Jesse?
Jesse, when you said McDivitt's moving to Florida, is this a one-way trip? Is he coming
Yeah,
back? Is
this
he
is
done?
one way.
Is he?
He sold his house in one day.
Tremendous asset to the village for many, many years, Mr. McDivitt. He'll be sorely missed. But congratulations to him.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Mayor.
Moving on to unfinished business. All right. Nobody's got anything. Moving on to new business.
I got a couple things. Want to thank the mayor and Jesse for getting on a storm drain clog that happened on Meadow right below 145. I followed up with him a couple days later. He said everything was heading in the right direction. Have we followed up with him after that at all? Have we heard anything else? What was the results of the clean out?
Oh, we had a dead raccoon that was trapped down there. It was
Really? Was
yeah.
that the main culprit?
No, a lot of leaves, a lot of just a lot of bad. I don't know. Some of the infrastructure was incorrectly placed with the tubes.
Right.
But
Yeah.
everything did get cleaned out, and no, he has not contacted us about any more.
Okay, I'll stop by again. He was very thankful, very appreciative of the efforts that were put forth. He also mentioned one of our police officers, he doesn't remember the name, but stops by there on a regular basis, is very polite and asking, how you doing, and welcome to the neighborhood. Now, that property in between those two houses, like 145 and let's say 140, we just have the right-of-way. We don't own that property, do we? We just have the right-of-way. And is that daylight, or does that go into the creek back there, or it's not tied in to?
It goes right into the creek. The storm drain does.
Yeah, and it's the one, and that kind of goes toward between Meadow and Garden Drive, down between the basketball court
yeah.
to the lift station.
Where that's positioned, I'm sure we have other locations, it just gets water from both sides, and all the debris that comes on down there. Maybe it's just something we look at all the places that fall into that category. I don't know, every other year or something. I'm not sure we have a regular maintenance program on those, but maybe it's something to look into.
We're getting ready to. We're going to start having the vac machine go to every one of them and vac them all out.
Austin,
that's a real good move.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Austin got that fixed. The vac machine, it's up and running, so that will be done.
Well, he's very appreciative, and thanks to the administration there. It is grass season, and just want to remind everybody of the ordinance. If an individual was cited last year, would they be a repeat offender this year, or does it start all over again with the clock? Or is that something we got to look at?
You got to look at that. Yeah.
Okay, and to feather off, Mayor, can you say those numbers again, what we should have for the marijuana
And
tax?
this is a rough numbers.
Rough guess.
For the month of March, we should have saw $108,000.
That's an incredible amount to this village that we could be using for recreational opportunities, infrastructural improvements. If we had extra $100,000 right now, we probably wouldn't have to be in a position where we had to go get a loan in that situation. I really hope that this wasn't a bait and switch that we voted for many moons ago. When many people voted for this, it was under the understanding that money would be used locally where it should be, and that's a true disappointment, and I'm sure that this administration will put the word out and put the, hey, representatives, we really appreciate this kind of money, because this village would excel with an extra $1 million a year, and that's very disappointing. Last thing I have is Happy Easter to all. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jason. Anybody else for new business?
I just have a question on the spring bulk cleanup. Could you elaborate on the way that works as far as the days? I think you said if you have garbage pickup on Monday, then you're the first Monday. Just want to put that out there so people understand.
So Mondays is our dumpsters only, commercial. So if your pickup is on Tuesday, your first week will be June 2nd. That month, I guess we did post it out there, but if Tuesday's pickup, it's going to be Monday, June 2nd. Wednesday's trash pickup is going to be Monday, June 9th. If your Thursday's pickup, you'll be June 16th. If your Friday's trash pickup, you'll be June 23rd.
Thank you. I just thought that would help.
Yeah, no problem.
I just wanted to say something quickly. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not, but I do want to thank everybody who supported our efforts for the Wintersville, Ohio Beautification Committee's raffle. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We have 3 very lucky winners, and hopefully we can get some things done for the beautification. Thank you. Happy Easter.
I have one. The guy on Meadow that you went out on Saturday, he's really appreciative that you prompt time to go out there and get that water out of there. He says that you're doing a fine job as advertised.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else for new business?
I have something I want to touch on just really quick. This week, I filed our response in the wall situation at 333 Fernwood Avenue. His attorney filed his brief on the 31st. I responded then. This was between the two of us the 5th brief that we've done in this matter. We'll have oral arguments on the 28th, and after that we should get some sort of decision from the court as to whether or not our nuisance action will be upheld.
Well, that's great news. Finally moving forward. Anybody else for new business? All right. Need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. Stefano? Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. Stefano? And Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
All right, this meeting is adjourned. Our next council meeting is Thursday, May 1st, 2025 at 7 p.m. Have a happy Easter.